All right, all right. Uh, Good morning. Welcome back to another live session. Symbol alerts on Mr. Trades. Happy to be here again. Market is crazy, guys. Has been really, really choppy, and at the same time, a lot of opportunities. As you guys seen, there there is this huge um, stuff happened in the past few days with tariffs, the battle between U.S. and China, and all that stuff, and we have seen a crazy shift to overall market. But at the same time, we have seen great opportunities in small cap. So without further ado, we only have like 10 minutes to the market open. I wanted to kind of start a little bit late because we can just continue our live session for open a little bit. And yeah, market got really um, crazy. And lots of fake news came out, lots of approval came out, and it really shows that what really market wants. And we kind of at the point that we can really predict where the market is shifting, where is it going, not necessarily um, accurately, I would say. It's just that in a shorter time frame, we can really see what makes the market move, and that is like tariff right now. And a lot of rotation, lots of rotation. A lot of institutional want to get a penny on the dollar, trading a lot of volume into the smaller cap, lower floats, tiny floats. So we are seeing this um, actually happens pretty much every single day. For those that are in our using our app, and you guys see the alerts in scanner, we called many successful trades. Uh, ICCT was one of them. AREB was one of them. We called this from March 31st at 60 cents. I actually traded a little bit higher, around $2 area actually, and then a gap up, just a little bit of that, and then we got AREB. I think that was the one, another gapper, and that was nice. So I mean, we still get one or two stock that we need, and just take your money, make your money, and that's it. You're done. You don't really have to worry about what is happening with the overall market if you're only trading smaller cap, because you're purely looking at the setup. You're looking at your pattern if you're a technical trader, and if you're a really fundamental trader, you can still leverage from that and trade smaller cap, but probably a little bit tougher because out of 100 of these smaller caps, uh, 99 of them are going bust. They go to zero. As an example, yesterday we had FTMO. I think that was the one. FMTO. Yeah, FMTO. Look at this trash. This company just this stock was trading in the pre-market. I think the offering came out in the pre-market. Yeah, was trading above for $6. Look at the look at the massive offering that happened on this. I mean, if I was a shareholder of this company, I would just go crazy and maybe just I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, do something to the company because this is insane. This is I have not seen this level of offering in a matter of minutes. So the stock was trading above $4, $5, and then after the offering, usually there is some sort of ceilings and support, But this one just continued flush and lots of a stop order, and this thing went down to 5 cents. I mean, that is insane. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about the yesterday action, but this is just example of where your head should be. But yeah, um, what else we have today? Today we have ELAB. I traded a little bit in the pre-market short scalp. Saw the massive stuff happen into the $4, I think, to the 5.19 and crazy stuff. I chased a little, tried to hold it and add a little bit, and then cover into the strength down. So just a little small cap, little cushion for pre-market. I didn't want to be scattered, be all over the place. But ELAB is the number one now. It's just a reversal. I'll try to do a little bit of a long trade today as well. But as you guys probably seen, I'm very short bias. But you know, I see opportunities comes and trade it. I mean, like for example, yesterday we had TQQ. A lot of great trader made a banger on this massive move yesterday happened. So you know, if you know your area, if you know your target, you can really capitalize and get ahead. So but for me, I'm just stick to what I'm good at, smaller caps. So I don't want to be on a larger cap. I know a lot of traders, when they don't see an edge in the smaller cap, they move to bigger cap and trade like Amazon, Tesla, and all that stuff. But for now, I'm completely opposite. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of small cap, and as you guys notice in the app, the members, um, we are seeing actively left and right tickers are running. It's not like dry, but it's also not a lot of opportunity. I mean, you might see a lot of tickers running, but it's not a lot of good setup. It's good for short too sometimes because some of these gappers are just gap and crap and at the open. So that's a great setup for me. But I use less share. I don't want to use crazy position. Use pretty much like a starter, and I don't really add up. But yesterday I was dealing with PHIO. I think that was a banger. But I actually took a loss on this on the overall trade because I got into early, and then stock really pre-market gap up. I don't usually trade pre-market, but I saw this as a biotech usually gap and crap, and indeed that happened. But it really trapped a lot of shorts. But eventually, stuff really happened. Halt up, halt down, and then just went pretty much not red. I think the red line was right here. It didn't go red. Oh no, sorry. I think the red line was a little bit lower, 1.11, and then so I just covered for tiny loss rather to add to my position. Just rotated a lot of share here. It wasn't perfect, and I didn't really like the action. So, and that was the only thing I trade. And I know we had a lot of other opportunities yesterday. I think we had crazy, the PHIO, and then I was also focusing on MBOT. We got MBOT. That was another gap and crap. Vero was actually crazy. I couldn't really get borrows on this. It was too expensive for me. So that was a great gap and crap. So that was it. Now today, number one gainer, money flow. We're gonna focus on that. KTTA. I think this is number one right now. ELAB pushing higher. Looking good. And let's see. So, as you guys see, we're only focused on money flow usually. I mean, I personally look at the money flow. Where's the money flow at? And then see if one is faded. short the other one that is has no attention to investors. AQMS, trash, do, garbage. Yeah, nothing else besides ELAB. I think ELAB would be the number one. PRFX, also not bad. PRFX. Yeah, PRFX also a nice trend. WHLR already gap down. This could be an opportunity for long. It's already move, create this massive stuff, and just lower high. See if this $3 holds, and then we will see if it can get money flow in it. So for now, market is open. Let's see what are we gonna have. I'm focusing on ELAB still. This is a nice gapper so far. They had a news, but this is risky to be cautious because they're a tiny float. They're only 800,000 float, so I don't want to be really ahead on this. Let's see. Yeah, ELAB. I always wait a few minutes at the open. KTTA gapping down. I don't know, KTTA. Let me see if I could find shares on this one. Yeah, my broker is actually having a hard time to give me any borrows. Yeah, this has been a big issue for me. Missing out a lot of opportunities on short side just because of the borrow. PRFX also gapping down. So let's see, ELAB still looking not too bad. WHLR bottoming out, $3. This could be a nice area to go a little bit long. I just start a little bit. I'm going to start small size just to see if this bounce and continue to get above that 320, or if it's gonna go back down more. Nice push, 312. Yeah, I'm long on this one for now because it's already gap up, and you see KTTA gapping down, ELAB gapping down. I want to see if this will get money flow, or else it will be another crap. So I will be scalping this. I'm not gonna really go crazy. 530. Oh, nice push. Gonna sell some here. Wow, that was a nice trade. It was a nice long trade. I actually haven't traded long for a few days. Yep, I'm gonna get rid of the rest. That was perfect. Perfect opportunity. Oh my god. Bottom out. Beautiful. Yeah, like you guys see, I'm paying attention to the market, money flow. Now ELAB still could get choppy for shorts. I'm not gonna really pay attention on this one. WHLR, nice long trade. KTTA, yeah, this might just be the loser. Start the gap up. WHLR, yeah, that was a nice gap up. 360 from 308. I think my field was I got fill at 306 for long, and then I got out 342 and 332. So that's a nice, 42 cents. Sorry, 30 cents. Very nice. And then I also had the ELAB for today. I'm kind of pretty much done. for a day. Yeah, but still monitoring, see if this elapse can get rejected. I mean, so far it's getting rejected to that VWAP, but still there's a range that it could bounce. I mean, if this 450 crack, that would be a nice short again. It's getting halted down, ELAB. This one is very choppy. Be very cautious on this. This is spread is huge, tiny float. You don't want to get caught up into that. WHLR rejecting, it's going down, and then KTTA bouncing again. So this is a choppy action. I mean, I personally don't like to be scattered all over the place. I want to stick to one ticker, and that's it. And that's all what I'm going to do. But unfortunately, you see a lot of movers left and right. Hardly you can find a good edge. Sometimes for beginner traders, obviously. So that would be a challenge. So PRFX still above VWAP, tried to get bounced, but it's a little slower. PRFX only traded 23 million, 46% up. KTTA getting a nice bounce. That's very nice. ELAB. Yeah, ELAB is choppy, but I don't think this will really get above 550. Nice stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean above 550, you don't really have a ceiling. I would say, I mean, maybe $6 natural resistant. That would be the focus. WHLR, nice scalp though. Look at that. I mean, I still think that this stock could get a more bounce, but it's heavy sell off at this level. I think there's a lot of short seller too. Let me see do they have a news? 1 million float. So as you guys see, I am using dilution tracker. If you guys want to get access to it, I will put a link down or somewhere, or send. I think you guys can see it on our website as well. You get discount if you sign up. It's a great tool to have a little bit of a fundamental. I mean, if you want to dive deep into the dilution, it would be a long course. You need to understand filings. You need to really see how these offerings really works. But for technical trader that they just want to have a brief overview of what a stock does, if they have an offering in place, or what's their cash level, you can kind of see that really quick and make a decision. I mean, efficiency, right? You wanna be as efficient as possible, quick as possible on your decision making, because you're a trader, you're not an investor. And if you're an investor, this is a great tool to dive deep into the filings and understand the dilution. Dilution usually works for smaller cap, middle cap, not necessarily larger cap. I mean larger or mega cap. So yeah, that's that. What else we have? Yeah, I was actually gonna look at the news on WHLR. Yeah, there's not actually any news on this. So yeah. Yeah. Nice bounce again. It's a great feel if you could get that. Now the chaos is sort of over. We're at the 938. We'll see. I like the action actually on WHLR. ELAB. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to really focus on that. PRFX. Gap down nicely. Let's see. What else we have? How's the market overall doing? QQQ. PLTR. I like that stock to go higher. Yep. It's a nice push. What else we have? Tesla. Yeah, I think today will be mostly consolidation because it's an aftermath of the news of the approval of 90 days, and then we had CPI data today. So I would say we will get a lot of consolidation perhaps, or maybe later to the day we get some sort of catalyst. But for now, I think consolidation is a key for the market. I mean, average sellers and average buyers are probably meeting each other now. And this really creates this momentum of consolidation. So that's kind of my view on it. But a smaller cap, I mean, ELAB are really not doing crazy stuff. KTTA, 20 float so far. WHLR, nice bounce again. Very nice, actually. That was a nice long. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Nothing else. I mean, if all right. WHLR. Yeah. Okay, we're having some action. AREB. Okay, ARB. Low volume, not much. ELAB is getting crushed. So it's getting to that level 450. This was the level that I covered most of my share. And this is a key area. See if it's crash more or if it's gonna bounce and reject again. So that's what I'm looking for. See if this thing can really get to that. Yeah, it's halted down now. So yeah, but doesn't necessarily mean that if it's halted down, we don't see the bounce. It's actually very scary sometimes when you get into this halt down situation, and then if you're short, if you think that, oh, that's great, halted down. I mean, majority of the time it opens at a lower, but some cases it will open at the higher level. So if you have a lower average, let's say you shorted right before the halted down, sometimes these stocks, usually these micro float, get halted down, and then when you see the next 5 minutes, which they will be open on this if it's news halt, this thing open above your average, get to like, let's say 480, and then halted up. So now you have a millisecond to cover or get out of the position, or I mean, it's really tough. I experienced that, so I'm sharing it with you to see to let you guys know that don't experience it. So hopefully you don't experience it. Just be cautious, and sometimes it's better to not chase. Do not chase this level. Never. If you want to short the rejection of the VWAP, and then your stop would be, this new high. So that's it. This is a great short rejection. So KTTA. No. Still number one. I don't see anything else. KTTA stuff happened. $2. Let's see. I'm waiting for this ELAB to open up. See where is it gonna end. Because this is a biotech, by the way. It's a lot choppier than you expect. So be very careful. All right. Let's see. ELAB must open in about 1 minute. If it is 5-minute halt. So then we have PRFX bouncing again, WHLR bouncing around. I don't think it needs a lot of volume, but this was a great scalp. I think WHLR potentially go down more. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this at all. ELAB is my go-to, was my go-to, and WHLR was actually great. It's actually even better than ELAB trade. ELAB was sort of uncomfortable for me because I got it. I felt like I was chasing and I got early, but I was confident because I knew that usually before market open they get this gap down. WHLR dying more. Yeah, I think this thing is just gonna get faded by the end of the day. I don't know, unless if they have some sort of news. ELAB must open. Well, I think it's 10 minutes halt then. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, cool. My broker is actually now showing every second of halt. So now this is a 10-minute halt. It's not a 5-minute anymore. Yeah. KTTA going down. You know, it's interesting that let's see. ARB open halt right here. Oh, halted again. Oh wow. 2 minutes 50 to on halt. Yeah. It is pretty significant. That's a significant move. ELAB. So you have that 2 minutes left. I think I'm pretty much done for live trading today, but I want to keep it going a little bit, maybe another 10 more minutes. PRFX bouncing around, really create that cup and handle. It might get rejected again, a little bit choppy. Or KTTA, I think this is the time for KTTA to get rejected. Let me see. Oh yeah, bars are super expensive for me. 2 cents a share. I mean, super expensive for what it's worth, you know. I don't want to trade this range, even though it could really get below that 120 at least. But that takes a lot of time, and who knows? Yeah, maybe there would be an offering. ELAB, 1 minute. 1 minute to open. Let's see. 10-minute halt. Usually it's not good. Minute haul. What else we have? PLTR. Higher. A little bit larger. Yeah, 16-second. Alrighty. I think we will be open any second. Yep, we're open now. Open lower red now. Be cautious, it might get the bounce over there. See that? Now you don't want to get caught up into the, if it gets halt up. Any second it would get halt up. There you go. See that? I don't think it couldn't do it. Oh yeah, couldn't do it. Yeah, this stock is very choppy now. Bouncing around. Try to see if this really holds or it goes red. Might start a smaller size into the red. Green to red move. Let's see. I don't want to be early. Yeah, the spread is huge now. The spread is like 10 cents. So yeah, I'll just stick to holding my profit off of that early trade on this. I don't want to really trade this more. Oh, I think that's good enough. Four. Yep. Watching this. Another 5 minutes and then I'll just call it for a day. Yeah. 408. I mean, we do have a range. There you go. Now it's going red. Be cautious on the short side. Yeah, I didn't get the feel. Now it's a green to red move. So usually when it's going red, typically stock sell off another 10 to 20 cents and it goes another 4-5%. So that's another strategy you could really leverage from, but you do need to learn how exactly those moves works. Certainly I missed this entry here because I wasn't feel comfortable with the stock at all. It's just that choppy action, little spread, tiny float, rather ignore. Yeah, that's that. I have AREB bouncing off on no volume, pretty much. Not even a milli. So this is just pretty much short covering happen, dead cat bounce, and yeah, still not bad. If you took that, WHLR, nice bounce again, and yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. All right, I'm gonna cut it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something. Do more of these later on, another day, and have a great rest of your day.